made a statement, right? I said God's law is what separates us from everybody else, right?
Bring it up.
Hold this, hold this, hold this, hold this. Go to Psalms 147, 19 and 20.
That's right. Bring it up.
I'm going to prove it to you.
That's right.
I'm going to prove it to you. Come on.
Psalms 147. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Come on.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
This is who we've been talking about the whole time. Jacob and the children of Israel.
Right.
He said he showed his word, meaning this Bible, unto Jacob. His statutes and his judgments, meaning the sub-laws and the penalty for breaking his laws, unto who?
Unto Israel.
Unto Israel. Unto you so-called blacks and Hispanics, right?
That's
Come
right.
on.
He hath not dealt so with any
He
nation.
said he have not dealt so with any other people outside of Israel. Why?
Oh.
Because they are basic.
Right.
Why? Because you are separate.
Right.
Why? Because he loved you. He didn't love everybody else.
Right.
That's just the way that it is.
Right.
Read what you got.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
Watch this, sis.
And as for his judgment,
As for his judgments and as for God's judgments, let me ask you this, sister. What other people outside, what other race of people outside of Hispanics and blacks that lost their nationality? Which one? I'll wait. That lost their nationality. That don't call themselves by what God named. What other nation on the planet call themselves a property of somebody else as a nationality? You know what Hispanic means, right? You know what Hispanic means? Hispanic means property of Spain. So we walk around here and we literally call ourselves the property of somebody else.
Right.
What other nation does that outside of ours? What does the word black mean? Black means absence of color.
Right.
Meaning there's nothing there.
Right.
What other nation called themselves by a color in the crayon box besides the black and brown man and woman?
Right.
Who? None.
Bring it up.
And that's why God said what?
and as for he hath not done so with any nation. And as for his judgment,
Guess what, sis? That's a judgment. Us being called black, Hispanic, African American, Mexican, that is a judgment from God. Why? Because we didn't keep his commandments. Hold that. Let's prove it. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37.
Bring it up.
We're going to prove everything out of the scripture. This is our history. This is who we are. This is who we be. Read what you got.
Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
God said you so-called blacks and Hispanics is going to become an astonishment, an amazement.
Bring it up.
Why? Because you are the holy people of the earth, but you act like slaves.
Bring it
But you
up.
act like hookers and whores. You act like gangbangers and drug dealers. That's an amazement. That's an amazement. Read.
A proverb and a byword.
You will become a wise saying in the streets. You will become a byword. A byword is literally being called out your God-given nationality. God calls you an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar. Society calls you a Hispanic or a Mexican. That's a curse. How do you get away from that curse? How do you redeem yourself? By coming back to who you truly are according to the Most High God. Go back to Psalms. Come back to Psalms. Read.
He hath not dealt so with any
He
nation.
ain't dealt with nobody else. That's why you never seen an Asian man on a slave ship. That's why you never seen an Arab slave. That's why you never seen other nations that call themselves nothing. Because they all still got their history. God said he haven't dealt with them on that level. Read.
And as for his judgment,
And as for his judgments,
they have not known them.
nobody know the judgments of God but us. Look
Right.
at our neighborhoods. It's filled with the judgments of God.
That's right.
Are people killing each other left and right? That's judgment from God because we won't step up to the plate and take what's ours. We won't take our nationality back and do what God said. Remember, God has a problem with us because we don't listen to him. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 1. Come on with it. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 1. This is how we get together This is how we get together and be right.
Right.
By understanding our value and our worth and coming back to who we are.
Right.
Read what you got.
Hosea 4:1.
Come on.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
Ye who?
Ye children of Israel.
Sus, when have you heard anything else besides the children of Israel?
Bring it up.
Guess what? We was just in the beginning of the book in Deuteronomy, right? Now we in the middle of the book in Hosea.
Right.
I can go to the back of the book and it's going to say the same exact
Yes,
thing.
right.
Speak unto the children of Israel this. Tell the children of Israel that. Watch what he said to us. Come on.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
Who does the Lord have a controversy? What's a controversy? Ain't that a big problem? That's a big problem. God said he has a big problem with the people that he gave this land.
Bring it up.
Who's the original inhabitants of this land?
Bring it up.
We are. You are. The so-called Hispanics and Native Americans are the original inhabitants of this land, right? And he said he had a problem with the original inhabitants of this land. Why?
Because there is no truth,
Because we don't know how to be truthful to one another. Read.
nor mercy.
Because we don't have mercy on one another. Come on, we gangbang North Daniel and Serrano. We don't have no mercy on each other. Read.
Nor knowledge of God in the land.
Neither do you even acknowledge God in the land. Look at what we're doing today.
Right.
We're here celebrating the Day of the Dead.
Right.
God don't have nothing to do with this.
Right.
Read.
By swearing,
By what?
swearing,
Come on.
and lying,
Come on.
and killing,
Read.
and stealing,
Come on.
and committing
You
adultery.
see what God's problem is with us?
That's right.
Swearing, lying, killing,
Right.
committing adultery,
Right.
fornicating.
Right.
All this is God's problem with us. And how do you turn it around? By keeping his commandments.
Right.
Read what you got.
They break out.
And when these things break out, when lying, stealing, killing, committing adultery, when all of these things break out,
Blood toucheth blood.
now everybody's celebrating the Day of the Dead.
Right.
The Bible say what it say.
Right.
I'm just the vessel delivering the message.
Right.
Don't believe me? If you don't believe me, go look it up for yourself.
Right.
God said when these things break out, black on black crime start to happen,
Right.
Hispanic on Hispanic crime about to happen.
Right.
Guess what? What you think gonna happen to some of these people after leaving here?
Come on.
After this event over, the pistols is coming out. I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you when this event over, we gonna all turn on the news tomorrow.
Right.
And we gonna see somebody got shot.
Right.
And why? Because that's the fury of the Lord showing you that you're not supposed to be doing this.
Right.
Read what you got. What you at? Hold 3, read.
Therefore shall the land mourn.
Look at the land. The land is mourning because the people that originally inhabited it don't run nothing.
Right.
The land is in mourning. Look at it. Everything is dying. You look out into the Pacific Ocean. It's green. It's nasty. It's wasteful.
Right.
Why? Because they're pulling out the shrimp, crab, and lobster and feeding it to you.
Right.
Everything that they do is to their gain and to your detriment.
Right.
Everything that they do.
That's right.
You think that they made weed legal for you to be better?
Right.
They didn't make weed legal for you to be better. They made weed legal so you would stay in your sin.
Right.
You think they made homosexuality legal for you to be better? They made homosexuality legal so you would stop procreating.
Right.
They made homosexuality legal so you would stay in your sin.
Right.
Give me Judas chapter 5 and verse 12.
Right.
I'm telling you, the Bible covers everything.
That's right.
The Bible is our healing. The Bible is our ointment.
Right.
The Bible is our anointing.
Right.
Read what you got.
Judas
Who next?
5:20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people,
You see that? This is two people of another nation talking to each other.
Right.
They said, look, if these people have any error, what is the error? Watch this.
and if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God,
Sister, what's our error? Sinning against our God.
That's right.
These other nations know if these people sin against their God, read,
Let us consider
Let us get together.
that this shall be their ruin.
Let's go get them.
That's
Because
right.
their God is not with them.
Right.
Read.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
And let us go up while they're in the midst of sin against their God, and we are going to overcome them.
That's right.
Now, what we know as Mexico is California.
Right.
Now what we know, now all of your lands throughout of the Western Hemisphere of this world, North, Central, South America, is all being ran by Europeans.
That's right.
Because you sinned against your God, and they came up and overcame it.
Right.
Read.
But if there be no iniquity,
The but means what? The flip side. But if there be no iniquity
in their nation,
in none of their nations. So you go out through every single last one of their tribes, and they're keeping God's law.
Right.
They're keeping God's statutes and commandments,
Right.
right? If they're doing that,
let my Lord now pass
he
by,
said, leave them Israelites the hell alone.
Right.
Why?
lest their Lord defend them.
Let's what?
Their Lord defend them.
Let me ask you this, sister. In our neighborhoods, is God defending us, or are we dying left and right? You see that? So that means what? That means we're not keeping God's law on the land. That means we're going against him. These your kids? If your kids go against you, every single last word that you ever spoke to them, they disrespect it.
Right.
Is you gonna be like, oh baby, it's okay? Or is you gonna discipline them? That's what we going through right now. We're going through our disciplinary action. You don't own the land right now because you being disciplined. You don't own the land right now because you won't acknowledge God, but you ain't acknowledge your day of the day. We don't, our women running around here, our men running around here like stupid little boys. And our women are running around like hookers.
That's right.
Come on. How do we change it? Give me Psalm chapter 19 and verse 7. This is how you change it. This is how you become perfect. Get the hell out of them churches because they're telling you you can't be perfected. Watch what God say. Read.
Psalms 19 and 7.
What?
The law of the Lord is perfect.
What's perfect?
The law of the Lord is perfect.
Young man, what's perfect? The law of the Lord is perfect. Watch what it do to you.
Converting the soul.
So the law of the Lord is perfect and it do what to you? It converts your soul. It makes you you were once unclean, it makes you clean. You were once imperfect, it makes you perfect. Read what you got.
The testimony of the Lord is sure.
It said the testimony of the Lord is sure. Just like God said we would go into slavery, did it not happen? God said they would put yokes up upon our necks. Did it not happen? God said he was going to put us back into slavery again by slave ship. Did it not happen? The testimony of the Lord is sure. It's for sure going to happen. Read.
Making wise
Make everything that you think wise,
the simple.
simple and stupid as hell. Once you understand that you're the people, everything around you start looking stupid. Everything around you start seeing things for what it is. You start seeing things for what it is. Like for example, this is some cold hard fact in history that I'm about to drop on you. You celebrate your birthday, ma'am? You do. Watch this. Ma'am, you celebrate your birthday? You do, right? You celebrate the boy's birthday too, right? I'm gonna show you how corrupt these people is that taught us. Did you know that when you celebrate your birthday, you worship the devil? Did you know that? Let's get the facts. Give me the facts. Give me the facts. Watch this. Would you say you believe that you believe and follow God or the devil? God, right? You would say that you follow God or the devil? The Lord, right? But watch this. Celebrating your birthday is in direct contradiction to that. Watch. Get it? You got it?
This is the Satanic Bible.
This is the what?
The Satanic Bible.
Watch this.
The highest of all holidays in the Satanic religion.
Listen to what it's saying. Y'all listening? The highest of all holidays in the Satanic religion
Is the date of one's own birthday.
is the day of one's own birthday. God, you see what they're making you do you see what they're making you do unknowingly? That would you say that that's love or hate? They know that celebrating your birthday is the highest in the Satanic religion, and they're not telling you that. So would you say that's love or hate? That's hate.
That's hate.
You're looking hate right in the face.
Right.
We didn't teach each other this. The other nations taught you this. They taught you that after they colonized you. They taught you that after they stole and raped and robbed your forefathers and took your land.
That's right.
Read what you got.
This is in direct contradiction
This is in direct contradiction.
to the Holy of Holy Days.
What's the Holy of Holy Days? Give me Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. It says, no, 20 and verse 3. It says, this, you celebrating your birthday, is in direct contradiction to the highest in the holy days, right? Watch this. What is that? Come on.
Exodus 23.
Read.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
That's what you break. You break the number one commandment. You break the commandment of not having no other God before him. But you think he gonna bless you? You think the Most High gonna shower you with blessings and you slap him and spit in his face and say to hell with you? That's not how things work. Read what you got. Go back to the article. Go back to the article.
This is in direct contradiction to the Holy of Holy Days
This is in direct contradiction to thou shalt have no other God before me. Read.
of other religions.
Of what?
Of other religions,
Come on.
which deify a particular God
Watch this.
who has been created in an anthropomorphic form of their own image,
So watch their logic behind it. Watch their logic behind it.
thereby showing that the ego is not really buried.
Showing that the ego is not buried. Watch. To get to the kingdom of heaven, what do you have to be? You have to be meek.
Right.
You have to be humble.
Right.
You have to be everything else but somebody with an ego.
Right.
You can't have ego and make it to the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
You can't have pride and make it to the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
God said you got to become lowly. You got to become as a little child and
Right.
reteach yourself.
Right.
Relearn all over again.
Right.
Read.
The Satanists feel. Why not?
Wait, who feels?
The Satanists feel.
Who feels?
Satanists feel.
Come on.
Why not really be honest if you are going to create a God in your image?
That's
Why
right.
not create that God as yourself?
And that's why they teach you to celebrate birthdays.
Wow.
That's why they teach you to celebrate birthdays.
Wow.
So you are going against God. Remember, we just read it. If we keep the commandments, leave the Israelites alone.
Right.
But if they not keeping the commandments, let's go up and we shall what? Overcome them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So everything that they put out for you, everything that they put out for you to do is detriment to you and your children.
Right.
Everything is detriment to you and your children.
Right.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.